welcome back to the Unconditioned Ride. Well, this is a review video of my 8-month ownership of the Royal Enfield Super Meteor, and what an 8 months it's been. But it's more than a review of this truly great bike, it's also a glowing tribute to the Royal Enfield brand, and this their first real foray into cruiser world. No technical information shall pass my lips, I promise, because I want to answer this question: how could a bike suit my tempo of riding as well as my temperament so darn well? It's interesting how many of Royal Enfield's bike range hark back to former models which are now updated, like the Bullet and the Classic 350. But with the Super Meteor, and possibly the Interceptor, take a look at the bike profile and you decide where it came from. But bear in mind, this is really a departure from even the Meteor 350. The low seat height and the weight of this machine really mean that it's very easy to maneuver, and particularly easy in low speed riding situations. And I really can't fault any of the fit and finish of the bike. The paintwork is superb, and if you look at the engine bay, all of the welds around the frame area are very neat. Perhaps with the Super Meteor, the Royal Enfield "made like a gun" slogan is rightly missing here, because what comes out of this bike is much more about the Indian build and perhaps the heritage of probably the greatest region in the world for ancient wisdom that's still alive today. So here's the appeal of that 650 engine. It has a characteristic bark and throb in the exhaust note. Did you notice? This takes us back to the 1960s and the triumphal BSA twins of those days. A distinctive theme tune that engenders an image of the golden age of British biking. Well done to Royal Enfield for recreating that era by simple engineering of the twin engine. It's a pure riding sound, and that's why it's going to chime so well with the heart and to our younger days. My first reaction on just a few weeks of ownership of the Super Meteor was that when you opened up the throttle, what you really perceived was more an increase in engine sound and noise than any real performance. But it proved to be wrong, because in fact those revs translate into a really good acceleration sense. Those increased revs really do equate to a very smooth and increasing power band, which is quite impressive for a 650 twin engine. So, how would I sum up the first 8 months of Super Meteor ownership? Fabulous from a value perspective, costing me around 6.7k, and with the engine bars and lights a little extra. Downside has been the absence from Royal Enfield of the accessories promised, and these are now on back order with the dealer. And finally, from an emotional connection point of view, the Super Meteor ticks all the boxes and gains equal road time with a mid-weight adventure bike it shares a garage with. So well done, Royal Enfield. It's a decision gladly made in March, which I'm as pleased about now.